right, cool kids. You guys are working on. Uh-oh. Getting your 6.1 notes updated and ready to go. Got proof of my air horn. Cameron, is that you?
Proof.
Oh, it's not on this one.
Will it be like synced into that?
It would be if it was on that one. Ready? I have 3 different tones. Okay, we're going to help Ricky out for 2 seconds while some of you are still writing.
What?
Ricky, here, come here.
And actually, to give you guys something useful to do with your time while you're waiting for me and my blowing of the bullhorn. Bullhorn? Foghorn? Whatever horn. I actually need you guys to write another variation. Our book only gives us one, however, I think there's another form, hence the or. There's another form that is equally as useful, but in different cases. And this might be the one that you're more familiar with in geometry. Sine of A over A equals sine of B over B equals sine of C over C. Oh, is it frozen?
No.
Oh, no, it's not. Okay. There we go. So there are 2 different forms of the law of sines. If you guys just quickly compare the 2, isn't it kind of obvious they're equal? They're equivalent. They're synonymous. However you want to say it. Okay, ready?
Whoa,
Nothing.
That was kind of annoying.
That's not that loud.
And then ready? I can shake it. Isn't that awesome?
You have to shake it. Uppercutting? That's just annoying that you
Are you
have
awake? No?
Just wait till it
Dennis,
goes.
Is it a real phone? There's a chance smack him.
Then Mr. Park will be like,
Yeah, get like an actual foghorn and just put it next to it.
That's what I was thinking.
okay, I'm not trying to actually impair his hearing. All right, here we go.
Wait, you're not?
No. Just
Why
trying
did
to
you make that clear?
Oh.
Good try. We're recording, right? All right, here we go. Kiddos, chapter 6. Once again, make sure you bring your calculators because we're going to be using them. We are working with why are we using calculators now? We're working with non-right triangles. Hence, it is not as easy as Pythagorean. As you guys realized yesterday, Pythagorean's not always nice either. Lo siento, those of you that got version 2 where the numbers were randomly changed by the computer and they turned huge when version A had smaller, although some of you I heard struggled with 13. Smaller-ish size. Hey! Guys, need to work on encouraging each other, not tearing each other down. Okay, law of sides. So, we're working with triangles that don't have right angles, but that doesn't mean that all trigonometry is null and void. Don't you guys, in the law of sines, still see the sine function? Yes. Of course. So, 3 sides of a triangle, 3 angles of a triangle, geometry, quick review, even though you guys should know it. Lowercase are the sides, uppercase are the angles, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. However, what do these mean? Angle, angle, side, angle, side, angle, side, side, angle. Wait a minute. Wasn't there a bad one back then?
Yeah, because we weren't allowed to say it.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to say it backwards. Anyway.
Now we are high school.
Nope, you're still not allowed to say it. So, you can say donkey, it's a donkey case. Anyway, coming back. Donkey. Anyways. Coming back. Just because you were supposed to totally avoid this one when you were testing for congruence of triangles in geometry. Oh, that's what these were for. CPCTC. Anyway. Just because you weren't allowed to use it back then doesn't mean you won't see it now. Because, guys, right now when I give you these acronyms, right? With the 3 letters? Anyway. When I give you these acronyms, I am not talking about congruence. What I am talking about is the given information. Thanks. Hopefully you weren't talking to me, though. The given information. Just a little laugh. Given information. Meaning, you guys have done this before. In a triangle, they decide to only give you a little bit and say, hey, go find all the rest, right? That's what this is talking about. What if they give you an angle, angle, side, an angle, side, angle, or a side, side, angle? You can use the law of sines to solve, except one of these is ambiguous and a little bit tricky and not even always necessarily the same answer. That's a struggle. This one is still tricky, and this one is what we're going to call today the ambiguous case. Kiddos, backboard once more. I forget if I actually said this. We're starting this today, finishing this tomorrow, maybe starting 6-2 tomorrow as well. But homework 6-1 is due on Monday, but quick heads up. 6-2, we're only taking like a day on, maybe a day and a half, so that's going to be due right after this one, all right? 6-2 is faster, he's the law of cosines, he's a little bit easier. Okay, coming on back. Let's keep going. You guys have your calculators, right? Calculators, calculatrices, whatever they are. Because I need you to be using them. Ricky, come on, bud, you can do it. I know. I was tired today too.
Just let him fall
Still
asleep.
kind of am, but if I just talk loud, I feel like I'm not. Anyway, why is this triangle under the AAS case?
Angle, angle, and side.
Do you guys see it? Angle, angle, side. That's why I'm using these little acronyms, because you guys are used to, hopefully somewhat from geometry, angle, angle, side. So when you're given angle, angle, side, use the law of sines. And once we learn section 6-2, use the law of sines instead of the law of cosines. Now, how do you choose which version of the law of sines to use? I choose based on who we're solving for first. And in this one, we're solving for big C or little c? Little c. In a sense of our unknown. Well, I guess we could solve for angle A, but that's kind of his own little deal. We'll get there in a second. If we're solving for little c, we want to put little c on top. So I'm going to be using this variation. Now, I can plug in capital C. I just wanted you guys to realize which variation I'm using. It's going to be a lot easier mathematically if you put the unknown that you're solving for on top. Is that pen too thin, or are you guys good? Should I go a little more thickness? That's just messy. Anyway, you guys get the idea. What am I going to set it equal to? Yeah, I have to set it equal to the variation with little b, big B, because that's all I have. With law of sines, you always want a matching pair, meaning an angle with its corresponding? No, opposite side. So I'm going to do sine of 45. Some of you are already plugging and chugging and solving. Thank you. That's exactly what I need. Please do so. At least 2 to 3 to 10 to 20 of you so that we can double check our work. Why did I say leave the unknown alone? Or have him be on top? Because, yeah, how do you solve? Cross multiply. No, that's too hard. All you got to do is what? Move the sign of 105, right?
Could we cross multiply that?
You could. You're just going to have an extra step. You know what I mean? Because you're going to have C times somebody, and then that one times somebody, then you're going to have to still solve by dividing. I like it when our work can be as simple as possible, but it's up to you. You could have cross-multiplied. So then we end up with side C is equal to, make sure you're in degree mode when you solve this. You guys can do it faster than I can. 3 decimal places. I know the book says 2. I am telling you 3 because if you do choose to take calculus, you're going to want to always do this guy, not 6.830. Ah. So I heard 2 different 6.830s. The rest of you guys matching up? Cool. Done. No, wait, we're not done yet. Tricky.
Oh.
We're supposed to solve the entire triangle.
Come on.
Goal. So therefore, hold on, we got this. What do we do?
Just
Pythagorean theorem and
No, we
360.
can't, because it's not a right triangle.
Well,
No Pythagorean. We can plug in C is equal to 6.830.
It's been like 3
Last
minutes.
thing
I think
was
we can give up.
Yeah, you do. They always have to.
Ooh, the angles always add up to 180. So if I'm missing angle A, that one's easy. I don't even need law of sines. All I have to do is 180 minus 105 minus 45, right? Who's my missing angle? 30. We're done. Nope, one more. Who else are we missing? See, now we can fill in this guy.
The answer key in the back of the
No fail.
Our friend's paper.
Epic fail. That's even more of an epic fail. Thieves.
You set up another.
You guys see my little A that we're missing, right? So little A that we're missing, no big dealio. We can go ahead and solve for him because we'll put the little A on top. Let me change to a different color. Little A on top. Sign of. Now wait. This is very important. Pause. Oh, actually, never mind. Yeah, 30. I thought I was using the other number. We'll come back to the very important when I actually have time when I need to use it. A over sine of 30. 30 was nice and even and perfect. There we go. Equals. Who are we going to use? C's information or B's information?
B. Use the one we already
Okay,
did.
we could use C, but here's where my warning comes in. If we use C, I don't necessarily want him.
You want the original.
I want the original ... I want you guys to go back and actually get that huge decimal. You can either scroll up in your calculator or do second enter.
But why?
Because I want it unrounded so that there is no error, so that everyone has the same answer.
Oh, if we use C.
Yeah, if you use C. But C doesn't not C.
I see.
You have to do a little bit more work for C, right? Why not just use
B.
Yeah, because he was nice and even and perfect.
3.536.
Nice, because then you're going to go ahead and hopefully you guys follow the algebra of it. No? Okay. Sine of 30 on both sides. A is equal to, now tell me what it is.
3.536.
Now we can say done, done, done.
Done.
Because we've solved for all of our missing pieces. How are we doing? Bad. How's the calculator doing? She, whoever your calculator is. Okay, so it's like a car. Then keep going and show up. You guys, without any direction, solve for. Wait, oh, there's no picture.
Draw one.
Let's draw one. You were in geometry once.
Well,
Doesn't make any good pictures.
Hopefully you were in geometry once. You guys get to choose A and B and C, wherever you want to put it. Just make sure they go in order. I guess there's only one way to go. Label what you got. Label what you got. Label what you got. Why is this on the ASA case? Do you see it?
I do.
Because that's what we're given, ASA. Once again, two angles. Two angles. Uh-oh. Don't we need a pair? We need a pair, right? Oh. So we have a side. So we have to go with his opposite angle that we don't know, but why is it going to be easy to find? Because all angles in a triangle must add up to 180. So angle C, some of you have already done it. I'm going to use your answers in just 1 second. Minus 65, I can actually write 5. Minus 35 ends up equaling, what do we have? How did I beat you? There we go. Nicely done. Now do I have my pair?
Okay. Right, that's
So
okay.
90, 100, 100. So we can use our variation with our C's as our pair. You see how I'm going to go ahead and put the angle on the bottom? Why am I doing that? Exactly. I'm missing, wait, who are you guys solving for? Who did, what were we doing? A or B?
B.
Okay. Sine of B would be 65, so I'm solving for little b first. You guys get so amused at little things.
Like little B.
Exactly. We're solving for b first. You guys see how I put my unknown up top again? Alright, go ahead and solve the rest of the triangle. Go. I'm going to freeze the screen so you can't see my work.
I can.
True.
It's easy. Caleb, you filthy cheater. Get back to your own work.
I don't technically have a calculator to get the decimals anyway.
Oh,
Yeah, I do, but it's...
then just stick it to the man.
We could. But they want to make sure everyone's solving their decimals correctly. seconds, I'm coming. You guys better have your decimals ready for me. Okay, hold on. I need it in 5, 4, 3, 2,
9.203.
1. What's B?
9.203.
What's C? No, A, sorry, A.
5.077.
Uh-oh, hold on. We have a discrepancy. I need someone to back up one of the answers.
5.824.
Someone's wrong.
It means Nathan's wrong.
I'm ready.
Okay.
5.8 what?
have known that
824, yeah.
If anyone is scared of talking in class because of your classmates, just, try to ignore them.
Be louder and more obnoxious than us.
Saying ignore Tyler.
Tyler's easy to shut.
I heard you guys were brutal in a Bible class.
Which Bible class?
Oh, I'm not saying.
Besides all the roasting that was happening to Kyle.
Oh, there was that roasting. Junior class. Show love. Alright!
We show love by insulting each other.
Not everyone has insult as their love language. Alright.
All 11.
Goodness gracious. Are we done?
That's why I can't get a
Questions? Are we okay?
Yeah,
That's our
that's
lesson.
Sadly no, but that was the easy part.
That's the part that makes sense, and then you.
Okay, hold on, wait, I'm looking. Give me a thumbs up if you're like, I think I basically get it. Maybe something went a little wrong in the calculator. Give me a thumbs up. The thumbs are up. We're okay? We're okay? Austin, we okay?
I'm not done yet.
He's still working. Dale, we okay?
you
See it. Okay. You guys remember, on the first page, look at your notes. I said, given angle, side, given angle, side, angle. But I also said given side, angle. I don't want to plug in, or I should say, I don't want to explain the top at all to begin with. I want you guys just to try the math. So go ahead and write down, get to number 20. If you guys see actual numbers, they're probably homework exercises, not ones I'm assigned, but from similar sections, similar problems. Get down to number 20 and just think, or try. Don't just think. Thinking is good, but then hopefully the thinking leads to trying. Try to plug into the law of sines and see what's different. Don't worry, I'll come close behind.
2 degrees.
Oh.
2 degrees and 45 seconds.
Yeah, but don't worry, hold on, we're using our calculators. Can't we use the second apps button and just go ahead and use the degree and minute button?
I suppose.
Those, remember where those are? It's in the angle menu. Once again, how do you find the minutes? Second apps. If you guys don't know, just peek up with someone's calculator.
Wait, so you're
Ask
telling us to
someone's
look at our
help
friend's
in your
paper?
groups. Good thing we're in notes and not a homework.
That seems counterintuitive.
That's collaboration. Some
Someone
collaboration is
say that about
good.
tests.
No, that's not collaboration.
And it's just collaboration, but one side.
Second apps.
Yeah? Anybody else need help finding the menu? Help in your groups. Show them where to find it. Second app. No. Hey, help out. Poor calculator. No, you're okay. Guys, help out. It's not in this example, but real fast, review. Where do you find the seconds button if you need it? It's not in that menu. Remember if there were 2
It's
dashes?
on the bottom right
or 2
corner, isn't it?
It's in the alpha menu, because remember the alpha is you can type with, you can type messages, etc. It's the quotation marks. What is it? Second? No, alpha. Alpha what?
Alpha plus.
Alpha plus. Do you guys see the quotation?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that would be seconds if you needed it. You don't in this one, but if you needed it, just a quick reminder.
What the?
What was different when you guys, hopefully you're plugging into law of sines, right?
Oh.
What was different, I'm getting it right now, when you guys tried to plug in? Did you put the side on top or did you put the sign on top? Yeah, hopefully you put the sign on top. My advice was to put the unknown up top. Why is this weird? Because A is not alone. The angle A is not alone. There's a sign there, but it's okay. Hold on. How do we still do our math? Move 4.5 to the other side, right? But the struggle is we can't just say equals. We can't just say equals. I wish we could, but we can't just say equals. Here's what I mean. Trying to make my multiplication look more obvious. We have sine of A equals. Now some of you love putting like numbers in your calculator as quickly as possible and then rounding to get a nice decimal. That's an awful idea because you're introducing error. So please, please, please don't get a decimal until you're ready to solve for the final answer, okay? However, how do you, the problem at hand, how do you get A alone? Inverse sine. However, whenever you get to this step with this case, which you always will get to this step with this case, but you have an angle that you're trying to find in a sine, I need you guys to do the following. And you might not like it, but it'll help you keep track. There is a slight struggle with sine, only with sine, because sine, here's my question, sine is positive in what two quadrants?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. What angles are in or between quadrants 1 and 2? 0 to pi, good, good, good. And degree 0 to 180, right? If sine can be a value in quadrant 1, which is a little acute angle which could make a triangle, but sine can also equal that exact same value in quadrant 2, which could also be an angle in a triangle because it's less than 180. We have to sadly check not only sine inverse to solve, which will give us the initial or the principal value, but we also have to solve for the other possibility, which would be 180 minus sine inverse. We have to solve for both possibilities because it's possible only when you're given side-side angle, which is why it's called the ambiguous case. There's some ambiguity when you just look at the information. You won't know if there are two possible solutions. Every now and then there's only one possible solution. And then if they're trying to be really tricky, maybe there's even information that can't make a possible triangle. Hey, geometry, wasn't that an answer sometimes? Not a possible triangle? Say it one more time, Tyler.
Don't you have to like add up some of the sides and they have to be less than the third or something?
Yeah, you're thinking, I think the Pythagorean. That they all have to fit. Or two sides have to be longer than the third. Any two sides have to be longer than the third. There was a geometry postulate corollary theorem. Something.
One of those evil guys.
Just some of the sides on the sides. No, it's not. Anyway. Hold on, wait. Some of you, one of you, at least one of you, have already figured out what angle sine inverse gives us. Because most of you, when you got here, hopefully at least if you kind of realized how to keep going, would have done sine inverse of both sides, right? So question, what did you get when you did sine inverse of both sides?
1.819.
1 point? Really? Okay. 1.8 what?
No.
1.819.
Okay.
The computer screen's going black.
Oh, sorry, yeah, ignore that.
That's what I'm watching.
He's spazzing. Why are you watching that one?
Because I can lay down and watch it.
Well, thank you for the honesty. But that means you still writing notes, guys. That's a good thing. Alright, coming back. Some of you just go to sleep.
Hey, that was only for like 5 minutes.
Question.
Oh, darn it, you actually went to
Here,
sleep?
come on. Sine inverse gets us this number, right? So how do we find 180 minus sine inverse? Well, do 180 minus that decimal. But not that decimal. Don't do the rounded one. Do the exact one. What's 180 minus the big old number in your calculator? 180 minus 1.81 dot dot dot.
178.1801.
Good. What's 180 minus that?
I can do, no, that is the 180 minus that.
Would it be
Wait,
179?
It's 178.
Oh,
178.1881.
Oh.
Yeah, who's the
Okay.
now, Ricky?
Question. With the given information, the stuff that has to be true for this problem, do both A's make sense? Separately, could both A's be options? How would you know? How would you know for sure? Let me help you out.
Because if you
Have to add up to.
Now we're going to solve for the rest of the triangle. Guys, if I have A and I have B, who's probably the easiest guy to solve for? C. By doing sine inverse of that top number, if that helps. Right here, please. See? We had that big old fraction, so in order to solve for A, we took sine inverse of that guy. Does that make sense? Okay, solve for C. How do you solve for C? Oh, 180 minus all the other guys, right? So, for the first one, C says take 180 minus B minus A. And what do you guys get when you're using that case? This table shows two separate possibilities. So, 180 minus 2 degrees 45 minutes minus 1.819. What do we get for the first option of C?
1.175.431.
Someone back them up. What do you guys think? 180 minus 2 degrees 45 minutes minus 1.819. Everybody getting it? Okay. You gotta just give me a yeah, and then I'm like, sweet, let's keep going. Does that make a possible triangle? And the answer is yes. Now, hold on. Now we have to check the other side. Before we move on the left side, let's go ahead and check. That's the wrong one. Let's check the other side. So, okay, let's do the exact same thing on the other side. Take the given information. And let's look at this side instead. So if we take 180 minus angle A minus angle B, what do we get for angle C?
Negative point there.
Negative? What? What do you mean negative?
What do you mean? And our calculations were for not.
No, that means that one's.
A negative angle can't be in a triangle. It doesn't make any sense. That's for Santa Claus. Anyway, which I still don't think is it. You guys haven't seen Miracle on 34th Street yet?
I love that movie.
Yes, Victoria, there is a Santa Claus.
It's not 2.4.
Miracle on
It's
34th
2
Street.
degrees, 45 minutes.
Like, that's Nightmare on Elm Street.
So this one, hold on, come back. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not quoting that one. Uh-oh. Everyone got ready, guys, write it down. The right side is not possible. So kiddos, hold on. In this example, how many cases are we solving for? One, but we had to check both. Does that make sense?
No.
So how do we, right here, are we good?
No.
Okay, we're hanging in there. Let's keep going. So we have, who do we have? We have angle B, we have side A, we have side B, we have angle A, we have side C. Who's missing? There's one person.
Angle, wait. Side C.
Side C.
Nailed it.
So then we're going to have to go ahead and set up a quick little law of sines. But at this point, guys, since we have so many angles, it won't be a problem. Don't start with sine. Start with your little C that you're solving for. And who is, wait. Here's where my advice comes in handy. I don't want you to put 175.431 in. I want you to put 175 point whatever the decimals are before rounding. You guys have a calculator. You're using your calculator, so keep it precise. Put in that whole nasty decimal. You guys can do it. And do we have anybody pretty to plug in? They're all messy, aren't they?
No,
Oh, B. We can use B.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
use B.
6.8 over sine of 2 degrees 45 minutes. It's not pretty, but it's possible. So are we alright? Now it's just calculator work. Multiply the other side. Somebody's working on it. Multiply sine of 175.43. I do the dot to say don't you round it. Then we all will have the same answer, which is what we want.
Wait, there's just one more decimal point.
Oh, it didn't go on forever?
No.
See,
That works, yeah.
wouldn't A be a lot nicer to use?
Yeah, but I would have to tell you the exact same thing about don't round it, use the nasty ones in your calculator. But A would be nicer in that you could just scroll up and grab it real quick.
And then minutes is too.
4.391, someone back making that
11.290.
11.290.
Caleb.
Something's wrong with
Let
me.
me see your calculator.
I don't know.
You got yourself up? Times 6.8.
Something got messed up.
You got messed up.
Surprise.
Where
Dude,
is the
chill.
love?
It
You guys are
wasn't
killing
that
me.
funny.
I thought it was funny.
I think for a day we should just, I don't know,
No, we
Kill
could-
have personalities other than our own.
Affirmation circle.
Psychology. Psychology.
No, Vicky, I think the insults you throw at me are very.
Wait, I got 11.
Well, I know. Not all of them.
11.29. Maybe Nathan's the one that's
Oh,
wrong.
Nathan, you suck.
Wait, hold on. We have multiple ones with 11.29. What else do you guys have? Who has 11.29? Uh-oh, a lot of people. Who has 4 point something?
Nice name.
Sorry about something.
Alright, Nathan, leave. Okay, come on, guys.
It was 29 what?
2902.
Surprise.
02?
Nathan's wrong, yeah.
Yeah, that's because you
You figured it out. Oh, that makes sense. Now, kiddos, hold on. In your book, there's this whole huge table that describes when you're going to have no possible answers, one possible answer, two possible answers, no possible answers, one possible answers.
Less.
Should we just not?
Yeah, I don't want you to memorize it. Basically, long story short, I think I gave you maybe 1 or 2 homework problems that asks you to go look at this chart just to see if you can understand him. But long story short, I'm not going to test you on this guy. I'm not going to quiz you on this guy. I think he's all well and good, but I don't want you to have to stress about this guy because I think the math pretty much speaks for itself. So, using just the law of science, we have 3 minutes left. Do what you can.
Oh no. That appears to be more than 3 minutes.
Is there gonna be 2 answers?
Maybe. You gotta check for 2. There might be 2, there might be 1, there might be none. Remember, whenever you're given, what case is this? Side, side, angle. Look at it backwards. Side, side, angle.
Angle, side, side.
Yeah. Profanity. Anyway, so. I'm not sure what it says, but questionable for this day and age. They want to go back to Shakespeare and try to make an argument.
Yeah.
He's the ambiguous case. So that's alright. Doesn't the math tell you it's going to be kind of one of those funny ones because you're missing yeah, but an angle variable, yeah, not a side variable. I mean, we're missing a side too. But. I'm going to freeze the screen and just start going. You guys are just seeing how it plugs into the formula. Who are you guys solving for first, though?
Side B.
I get to see your word.
A, we already know everything of. I would say you're solving for angle B, right?
I do too.
Hey, shut up.
Whoa.
He's a wait.
Okay, that was too far, too far, too far.
Back it up.
Down.
I've said worse.
I'm not sure that's
It's not wrong.
It didn't have to
defending
get
your cause,
violent.
Ricky. I'm not sure it's defending. You guys got it?
No.
No, sorry, not the final answer.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
showing you steps. So you're solving, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you would end up with
Side
sine B is equal to 12 sine 42 over 22. I just have us do, for the side angle, have us do that little table because that way we say, hey, remember there are 2 things we're looking for. We're going to check both. We're going to do our sine inverse and our 180 minus sine inverse. Wait, none? Why? Just plug it in your calculator. It's easy, right? equal to, remember, sine inverse both sides, in case you guys need to see why we're taking sine inverse of that side to get to b. Sine inverse of that side.
Oh.
What do you get? b equals?
Oh.
Oh, it's 21.
I hear 21, I hear 23.
21.
I hear another 21? 21 point what?
Wait, what was you gonna say? I think I did something wrong. Who is this?
Did you email the Spanish to me?
Our next step would be to find the other b and then go C. C. If they're both possible, and keep going if they both are. We'll keep on going tomorrow. We'll get star homework tonight. Woo.
I'm going to.
Spy rules will be on the front table during lunchtime.
Sometimes my
Spy
own
rules will be on the front table during lunchtime. When you come back with period four.
Michelle, they're done.
Wonderful.
What if I send them all back to you right now? It's gonna be math chaos.
Alright, so she only sends.
Every dollar.
You're welcome. Psychology out earlier, let you come in late. What do you think? Would either one of them? Or would you just like to not have to work out? I don't know. You want to do tomorrow? Okay. Yeah, do you need it to study everything? Are you okay? And then I'll check those tomorrow. Great, Sally.